Hello everyone, welcome back to our next session. Next topic, that is industries in India and Brazil. So what is industry? Where the goods are producing or manufacturing. There we can see the industries or factories. The goods are producing or manufacturing in the factories or industries. Why they are producing the goods? Because according to the needs or the wants of the people, the goods are producing. And in this part, we are going to learn about the industries in India and Brazil. Where we can see the industries. In which all areas, mainly industries are set up. We learn that for starting an industry or for establishing an industry, what all things are needed? Land, labor, capital are the three main factors needed for the production. What are the factors of production? That is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means the owner. These are the factors for the production. So where good land is available, labors are available, good number of raw materials are available, and who has more capital. These are the main reasons where, or the main factors where main factors are needed for establishing an industry. So among these, what are these we can see? That means mainly the industries are set up in those areas. Which areas? Where raw materials are available. Where good amount of raw materials are available. And if you are considering that, we can't say that all types of industries are set up in one particular place. The cement industry will be one part, sugar factory will be in another part, okay, cotton industry will be in another part. Why? Because where these raw materials are available. Suppose in one particular region of a state, more cotton is available. There, cotton industry will be there. Okay, same manner, where sugarcane production is more, in that location we can see the sugar factory. And where more minerals are available or mining deposits, mineral deposits are there we can see the factories related to that. So according to the availability of the raw materials and the other factors for the production such as land, labor, transport, communication and electricity, these all are available in those areas we can find the industries. So the industries which we can see in the world or in the state, it is not in a uniform manner. It is differed. The number of industries are differed in a particular state or the country, and where it is set up, everything is differed. It is on the basis of the raw materials are available. According to the raw materials, the land, availability of the labor, availability of the power supply, availability of the water, etc. So today in this part we are going to learn about the industries in India and Brazil. So first I am going to explain about the industries in Brazil. Major industries which are located in Brazil, they are food processing, iron and steel industries, automobile assembly, petroleum processing, chemical production and cement production, example sugar industries, then cotton textiles, silk and woolen products are concentrated mainly in the south and the southeastern part of the country. What is the reason? Because raw materials are available in the southeastern part of the country. Because of that, lot of industries are set up in the southeastern part of the country. So that all we learned the previous chapters. In the southeastern part of the country, density of population is more or population distribution is more because of the, what is the reason? Because lot of cities are also, or urbanization is there in the southeastern part of the country. One important thing it is, lot of industries are set up in the southeastern part of the country. And why southeastern part of the country or Southern part of the country more industries are set up because availability of the labors or the raw materials. In the northeastern part of the country, the traditional ways, that means in the ancient times, the factories or the industries were set up very less, but it is improving nowadays. Then the next topic it is industries in India. There are different types of industries in India according to the availability of the mineral deposits, same manner the raw materials. It is different. In different parts of India, different industries are also located. So according to that, we can categorize the industries in India in different types. Metallic industries. So what is metallic industries? Where we can see the metallic industries, where the raw materials for the metallic industries are there. There we can see the metallic industries. Northeastern part of Indian peninsula, there are lot of metallic industries are set up. Why? Because the raw materials which are needed for the metallic industries such as availability of the coal, refractory materials, Damodar River Valley Corporation and number of thermal powers are set up in the northeastern part of Indian peninsula. So because of that, these type of industries we can see mainly in the northeastern part of Indian peninsula. And the next one it is agro-based industries. So what is agro-based industries? Agro-based industries means the agricultural products, where more agricultural products are there. So in that areas we can see the agro-based industries. Example, food processing is an example for that. Same manner, cotton industries, sugar industries, jute industries are the examples for the agro-based industries which located or established in our country, because lot of cotton is producing. Example, in Maharashtra we can see cotton industries and sugar industries. Why? Because production of cotton and sugarcane is more in Maharashtra. Okay, so in which all areas like these productions or the raw materials are available, according to that the industries are established in near to that particular places. And next one it is forest based industries. So what is forest based industries? The raw materials which are available from the forest we are using for the industry for making the or manufacturing the products. Trees, lot of trees are there. So of course paper, plywoods, lac. What is lac? Lac means a type of gum. And resins. These are the raw materials what we are, that means the things what is needed, or the raw materials what is needed for the production of these type of products. Then there we can see the forest industries. What is forest based industries? The raw materials we are collecting from the forest and using for the production of the goods. And the next one, coastal regions of Kerala. We can see in the coastal regions mainly the coconut. Okay, so coconut we know that it is using for the production of the oil, coconut oil. And second one, that coir, making of the coir is a type of rope which is making with the use of the coconut materials what we are getting from the coconut. And copra. Copra means we know that dried one. It is using for several purpose, mainly for making the oil and for in the dishes also we are using. And again we can see in that region fish canning, even though it is a coastal region. So fish catching is very famous and a lot of people are engaged in the fishing activities as their occupation, and after catching the fish it will be storing by using the preservatives, that is known as fish canning. Fish canning industries like cold storages are also we can see in the coastal regions of Kerala. Crude oils. The crude oils and the refinery centers. That means the crude oil means it is a mixture of lot of things, like it is mixing with the natural gas, petroleum, everything. So it should be separate. So that industries are known as the refining industries. So these two types of industries are also available or are also located in our country. Next one it is trade. What is trade? Buying and selling of goods and services are known as trade. Three types of balance of trades. They are on the following: favorable balance of trade, unfavorable balance of trade, and balanced balance of trade. So about this trade and these types of trades and all you already learnt in the ninth standard. So what is trade? Buying and selling of the goods are known as trade. And these both countries, Brazil and India, is exporting and importing the goods. Exporting means what is the extra or the surplus product we are selling to the other countries. Importing means what is needed or which one is not sufficient in our country that we are importing or we are purchasing it. So exporting and importing is based upon this trade. That means balance of trade. What is balance of trade? The difference between the export value and the import value is known as the balance of trade. So in a country, if our economy is developing, what should be more? Import or export? Export should be more. We have to export more or we have to sell more, then we can earn more profit. If we are importing more, what is the meaning or what it is showing? That means we are purchasing lot of goods and our money we are or it is draining to other countries. So favorable balance of trade means export should be more and import should be less. Unfavorable trade means the import is more and export is less. And balanced balance of trade means both import and export is balanced one or value of import and export is equal. So now we can see or we are going to see this graph which is given in your textbook. It will help you to understand more about the trade and India and Brazil. Which one has more or favorable trade and which one is having the unfavorable trade and how it is helping for the economy of these countries.
So students, now you can see the graph which is given in your textbook, page number 59, figure 8.6. It shows the trade between India and Brazil. So we have to go through the graph and try to understand the export and import, how the values of export and import in India and Brazil. So there are a lot of questions are given there. So, question number one: in which years the value of exports to Brazil exceeded the imports from Brazil? Answer: if you are observing this graph, we can understand that in the years here 2008, 2010, 2011, 2013, 2014, and 2015, we can see the value of exports to Brazil exceeded the imports from Brazil. And second question: in which year the trade with Brazil was most favorable? All. Favorable trade means the value of export should be more than the import. So if you are observing in this graph, we can see that in the year 2013 the trade with Brazil was most favorable. All. And question number 3: comment upon the balance of trade in the year 2013. So if you are considering this the same year 2013, we can see that the value of balance of trade in the year 2013 of India, if you are comparing it with Brazil, it is maximum. The value of balance of trade for India, it is favorable. That means export is more than the import. And next question, question number 4: from which year the value of exports to Brazil have exceeded the value of imports from Brazil? Again, if you are considering, if you are looking this graph, we can understand that in the year 2013, the value of exports to Brazil have exceeded the value of imports from Brazil. Last question, write a note on the trade between Brazil and India. If you are considering this map or if you are observing this graph, we can understand that India's trade with Brazil is of fluctuating nature. And since 2013, the value of exports of India to Brazil have exceeded the value of imports of India from Brazil. Since 2014, the India's export and import trade with India shows downfall. That means in this year 2013, value of export of India to Brazil, it is exceeded than the value of imports of India.
I hope all of you understood this topic, learn well and read your textbook and solve all the question answers what is given in your textbook.